What's going on, guys? This is Nick from Gangrene Capital. Hope you guys are doing well. This is the first week of the NFL season, and the Jets will be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm going to give you guys some players that I think you guys should start or should bench. And since it's the New York Jets, this video probably won't be too long. But let's get into the injury report. And there's a few guys that are going to be out for the Jets, and especially highlight on Zach Wilson. He will not be playing. He will likely miss the first 4 weeks of the NFL season. So guys like Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, and Garrett Wilson, even Braxton Berrios in deeper leads, it's going to be harder to start these guys. But for this week, with Zach Wilson out, that takes a huge hit on the offense as a whole, as well as what's his name? Dwayne Brown will also be out and likely headed on the IR. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is out probably the first 3 to 4 games, maybe even longer. So that's a huge blow that this team is going to take. And for fantasy managers, I know a lot of you probably used a valuable draft pick on Breece Hall, the rookie running back from Iowa State. He was in play to be a bell cow back, and if he is out, and if Dwayne Brown is out this week, along with George Fant also being questionable for this week, it's going to be really hard to start Breece Hall. And I know you guys definitely spent a valuable pick on Breece Hall, hoping he'd be an RB1, even an RB2, a very high-end RB2. But honestly, I would stay away from Breece Hall. I really don't think he's going to be that great this week. But also don't give up on him. I think it's going to be a project. It's going to be a slow climb, but I do think by the middle to the end of the year, he's going to be that guy that we think that he can be, a 3-down back, just ripping through defenses. I really think it's possible. But for this week against the Baltimore Ravens, I would sit Breece Hall. Any other guys? Elijah Moore. I do like him. I honestly think he's a must start this week, as crazy as that sounds, with Joe Flacco under center. But look, they're probably going to be getting killed in this game. So what does that set up? Garbage time points. Garbage time points for PPR formats are huge. Fantasy is a lot about volume. Yeah, talent helps, but volume is massive. Volume is a huge part, and I think Elijah Moore is in play for a lot of underneath catches in garbage time when the Jets are getting killed. Joe Flacco is probably going to take a lot of what the defense is giving him, and if that's the case, Elijah Moore is set for about 12 to 15 points. I think he might fall into the end zone later in the second half, and it's a 20-point week at that point. But I really think he's going to be good for this week. I do think, and this is not for this week, but for later on, I think Tyler Conklin is going to win the tight end job, which is kind of crazy to say, but I think he has a better relationship with Zach than Uzama does, the quarterback to tight end chemistry. I think Tyler Conklin's going to win that job and be the tight end one and be a very good tight end option if your tight end's on a bye week, or you have like a guy like Cole Kmet who you think's going to break out but may not end up breaking out, or an injury, something like that. There's always a tight end on the waivers that ends up breaking out, and in deeper leagues, a 12 or 14 man league, you might need another tight end, and Tyler Conklin I think can be that guy. But for this week, bench Breece Hall. Don't start Michael Carter either, but Michael Carter might be in the run for a lot of garbage time catches as well, but I'd stay away from him unless you're desperate. Elijah Moore, I think, is a good start this week. Corey Davis, I'm not a huge fan of him. Garrett Wilson doesn't look like he's going to be starting, and Braxton Berrios, I mean, he could have a decent day, but if you're starting any Jet wide receiver, I'd go Elijah Moore and make sure that you bench Breece Hall. I know it's hard to do because of the pick you used on him, but just please bench him and listen to me. I really don't think he's gonna have that good of a game. So with that being said, make sure you follow the rest of the creators on media here, and you go over and follow Fantasy Football Network on their app on Instagram. Good luck in fantasy this week, guys. Talk to you guys next week. Peace out.